YouTube. Welcome to another edition of Horror Hands, and for this video I'm going to go through all the Blu-rays and DVDs that I picked up in the month of April. Not a whole lot for me this month, but next month is HorrorCon, which I'm really excited about, so I've been saving a lot for that, so I can hopefully pick up lots and lots of really cool obscure titles from there. So yeah, HorrorCon is 17th and 18th of May in Sheffield. I'll be there on the Saturday morning, so anyone's going to HorrorCon on the Saturday, feel free to look out for me. If you see me, come over and say hi. It was great to meet some of my viewers last year, so hopefully I will get to do that again this year. So yeah, just a few pickups this month. Let's get straight into it. First up, I picked up Alice in Terrorland. This is like a dark horror fairy tale, sort of based on and connected to the whole Alice in Wonderland story. I'm not a huge fan of Alice in Wonderland. I find it a bit too weird and trippy. It's never one that I particularly liked as a kid. And this movie's kind of the same. It starts out pretty good. I like the dark fairy tale elements to it. It's got some quite good gothic cinematography and some gothic house moments, but when it starts to get weird and trippy and the White Rabbit character comes into it, it just kind of lost it for me. It was a bit too bizarre. So yeah, not one that I was all that into. If you like Alice in Wonderland, you might get something out of this, but it's just not a property that I'm a fan of, and yeah, I didn't go for this one all that much. Next up, I picked up Arrow's release of the Chronicles of Riddic. I've never seen this. I've actually not seen Pitch Black since it kind of first came out. It's been a long time since I've seen that, and I don't remember much about it, so I may need to go back and watch Pitch Black. But this one looks interesting. It looks okay. If you've seen this, let me know what you think. Let me know if it's worth watching. But yeah, I thought I'd get this since Arrow released this nice spiffy new edition of this movie. Next up, I picked up Dead Space Downfall, which is like an animated anime kind of horror in space, based on the video games. I've not played them. I'm not much of a gamer myself. I wanted to check this out because it kind of looked pretty gory, looked pretty crazy in places. And it's okay. It is pretty gory and far out in some parts of the movie. Pretty scary in places. Not great. Not the most competently made thing that I've ever seen. Whilst I was watching it, I kind of got the vibes that it's the kind of thing that me and my friends would have made when we were all like 13 years old, which is not necessarily a bad thing. There's a degree of coolness in that, but it's just not the most refined or well put together thing that I've ever seen. So a one-time watch for me. I didn't think it was great. If you play the games, you may like these a bit more. That's an element that I literally just thought of now. So yeah, if you are into these games, you might want to check this out. I think it acts as a prequel before the first video game. So a few moments of like crazy gore, which was okay, but on the whole, it was all right. Right, next up, a new movie from Hammer Horror, actually. I think this came out last year. It's Dr. Jekyll with Eddie Izzard playing a female, well, a female, was a man, now a woman, female Dr. Jekyll. So yeah, some modern undertones there. I wasn't too sure what to think about it. I gotta say, I wasn't too hyped about seeing a trans female Dr. Jekyll, but that actually didn't really have too much of an impact on the story, and I did think Eddie Izzard was really good in this. He is quite an eccentric fellow, it would seem, and that comes across in here, and it does help his performance. My main problem with this is it was very light on the horror, actually. It did have a really cool dark gothic mansion. There were some good Hammer Horror elements of that, and just like this big dark ancestral home, which sort of harkened back to some of the old-fashioned type horror movies. But it was really more kind of the drama around this young man who goes to work there, and this bizarre entanglement that he gets into with Dr. Jekyll, and sort of his family drama and the custody of his daughter, that kind of thing. So very light on the horror and the whole Jekyll and Hyde dynamic, which is a shame. So yeah, there were sort of loose remnants of Hammer horror in this, particularly in, as I said, the look and the location. But I think if you're going into a full-on sort of Dr. Jekyll horror movie, you might be slightly disappointed in this. Give me Dr. Jekyll and Sister Hyde any day over this one, but it was at least interesting. Next up, okay, an absolute trashy B-movie classic comes to 4K, which is crazy. I cannot believe this wonderful movie has got a 4K release, but it's The Giant Spider Invasion, which is just a favourite of mine. It's one of those just low-budget, crappy films that feels like it was made for me personally. Giant spiders attack this little town and cause all kinds of chaos, but it's wonderfully low budget. I think this is the movie where they covered Volkswagen cars in just like brown matting, put 8 legs over them, and they just sort of spindled around as people drove these spider cars around and people ran away from them. But it's just so wonderfully silly and B-movie-ish, but I always have a great time when I watch The Giant Spider Invasion. And yeah, so cool that this has come out on 4K. So yeah, if you want just a real kind of I don't know, like Deadly Spawn level kind of silly B-movie, definitely check out The Giant Spider Invasion. It's a good one. Next up, from 88 Films, I picked up The Haunted House of Horror. This is another one of these nice special editions they're doing. I think it's a Tygon film, releasing a lot of these Tygon movies. So yeah, Haunted House of Horror is one of them. Not seen it yet. Looks good. I've heard some good reviews of this one. It's a good kind of gothic movie from the swinging 60s era. So yeah, I'll check this one out soon and hopefully I'll enjoy it. Next up, from Arrow, I picked up their 4K release of The Invasion, which is another sort of spin-off of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. This is Nicole Kidman and Daniel Craig. Nicole Kidman's like a doctor, psychologist, and she starts to notice strange behaviour in people, the usual factors in these kind of movies, sort of lack of emotion, and this just sort of growing group of weirdly behaving people, and her and Daniel Craig have to try and do battle against it. And yeah, I really like this. Better than what I thought. It definitely retained the scary elements of the other movies, the feelings of paranoia, and the kind of the ever-enclosing circle of these shady characters, these aliens that are coming after folk. In this one, I think it's spread more by a virus, but there's a little bit of element of like pod transformations, but not as much as it was in the 50s or the 70s version. But yeah, I very much enjoyed this one. I think this is a worthy addition to that Body Snatchers kind of franchise that we have now. So yeah, good release and good movie. Next up, from 101, I picked up a nice release from them of Meat Cleaver Massacre. This was okay, better than what I thought it was going to be. I really thought this would be a pretty tough slog to get through, but it was quite enjoyable. It's pure kind of grindhouse fodder, kind of very low budget, very kind of grainy, but yeah, these kind of guys, they attack this professor and put him in a coma, but he gets his revenge, his like violent revenge on them sort of telekinetically, and they have all these freaky, crazy accidents. But quite a lot of kills in this, quite gory in places. A guy gets his eye ripped out, which is pretty awesome. Now, it says it stars Christopher Lee. That's a little bit of a sneaky kind of claim on this, because he introduces the movie for like the first minute and then he's gone. I doubt if he even knew what he was introducing. Something tells me that Christopher Lee wouldn't rush to star in a movie called Meat Cleaver Massacre, but who knows. But yeah, it was okay. Like I say, if you want some drive-in exploitation fodder, give this one a go. I enjoyed it more than what I thought, and my friend actually bought me this for my birthday, so thank you to him for that. Next up, from Arrow, I picked up Mill of the Stone Women. This is one I've been interested in seeing for quite a while, but not quite interested enough to buy the like, £35 special edition. I'm not quite sure it warranted that. And yeah, I still think this standard edition is apt for this movie. It was okay. It was a pretty enjoyable sort of Euro horror film from the 60s. Got a few kind of Hammer similarities to it, some good gothic locations, rich lavish colours, things like that. I wasn't crazy into it, didn't think it was amazing, but it was okay for what it was. Next up from Criterion, a film I've wanted to see for quite a long time actually, Night of the Hunter. And yeah, this was a really good film. Criterion didn't let me down with this one. Yeah, real kind of dark movie here. Robert Mitchum is like a travelling preacher man that sort of worms his way in with this widowed lady and her 2 children, but he's kind of just wants it for some money that her late husband may or may not have. It's yeah, it's one that has to unfold, but really good film, brimming with kind of steamy southern gothic and elements of film noir, and a really scary, sinister performance from Robert Mitchum in this. He really does give you the creeps in this film. I felt so sorry for the children in this and the plight that they went through. They were both fantastic in this. I'm not always too hot on children in horror films. It can be a bit annoying, but they were bang on in this one. And yeah, just a real kind of very uncomfortable kind of domestic horror drama thing going on in this one, and really beautiful in places as well. The music and some of the cinematography, the shots of like the swamps and the river and things like that. Yeah, really good film. Yeah, definitely worth watching if you haven't seen it. Next up, I wanted to watch this one before this video, but I haven't had chance yet. I may do a separate video on this one because this one's making a bit of a splash at the moment, but it's the 4K release of Rumpleskin from Terrorvision. Finally been released on 4K and Blu-ray, and it's a beautiful release from Terrorvision. This is I think the limited edition. There is a standard Blu-ray or something as well, I think, but they've kind of gone Vinegar Syndrome with this one and done it in a chunky slipcase, and you get a book and things with this. So really looking forward to checking this one out. I've heard it's a great film, a really fun one from the 90s, and I've heard people saying this is like one of the releases of the year. So I don't think I'm going to be disappointed by it. It's certainly been receiving a lot of praise. So yeah, I think I might watch this hopefully very soon, and I'll do like a separate review on it so I can let you know what I think about Rumpelstiltskin. And the last one for this humble little haul is Arrow's box set of When Titans Ruled the Earth. This is a double feature of Clash of the Titans and the sequel Wrath of the Titans. So the remake of Clash of the Titans and its sequel here in one box set. Really nice box set as well. Looks great. Both movies actually look quite cool. I didn't give them too much Nevermind when they came out, but looks like they're full of giant monsters and creatures, which will do me very nicely. Albeit CGI, but I've mellowed out to CGI a lot nowadays, and it's a beautiful box set from Arrow, so I'm looking forward to checking these two out on 4K. Again, if you've seen these two movies, let me know what you think of them. So that is everything that I got in April. As I say, very small one, but definitely check out what I pick up from HorrorCon, because there's always a vast amount of crazy, wild, wonderful, obscure titles there, and I'm going to try and grab up as many as I can. So thank you for watching that. Again, let me know what you think of any of the movies that I mentioned. Thank you very much for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.